if the Germans are not going to back a bailout, and they would say, why should we? We've gone through our own restructuring in our own economy over a very long period of time. We, work till 65 or even older in Germany. We work long hours. We're very productive. We're a very productive economy. Why should we bail out countries where they still want to have very strong social safety nets, where they want to have early retirement, where they want to have all these things that Germans have given up? So that's the German view. But if that is the German view, and you have the German view there, and you have the Spanish and Italian and Portuguese and Greek and other views on the other side, doesn't this point to a fundamental weakness in the very structure of the euro, that you have fundamentally different economies and fundamentally different political systems, and you don't have the political legitimacy because people in Spain don't accept the idea that Germans can tell them how many hours they should work each week or when they can retire. And the people in Germany don't accept that the Spanish should be able to do what they want to do and expect the Germans in the end to bail them out. Isn't that ultimately the problem here? That this is something that is not politically sustainable.
But I agree with you, but this description is a very historical success for Europe. But the original success for Europe is to establish a situation that is possible to coexist different countries, different histories, different historical nations, and to coexist and share sovereignty and share objectives. We have lost maybe some political project in Europe. But if you create the euro, if the euro is an advantage for European countries, you must to finish this operation. And this is a good thing for Germans and for Spanish and for Italians and for other people, that the question working reasonably with the logical of the issue. This is for the reason of the union banking, the banking union. But another thing is if you change the political view. And in this moment, the most important strategic change in Europe is that the real power of Europe not reside exactly in Brussels, reside in Berlin. And don't forget, we have created Europe to create a European Germany.
Right.
And to avoid
a German Europe.
A German Europe.
Yeah.
And you have today a German Europe.
You think it's really, that's where we are now?
No, totally, really. Yeah. There's any doubt about this. Any doubt about this? The question is, if this situation changes political visions in the German leadership, if it don't change political vision, if they continue the commitment with the construction of the euro, of the idea of the European Union, you can do a lot of things in the future. If not, well, the question is open, no? The question is open.
But isn't that a bigger problem for the people, for the non-German people of Europe, that you're exactly right. I mean, that was exactly why the European Union was created. But you've created a situation now where Germany will be peaceably, fortunately, unlike in the past, controlling Europe. But that's not a situation that's acceptable to the British, to the Spanish, to the Italians.
Depends if you can exert influence alongside the European institution, or you decide to impose decision. This is different. No? The problem in Europe today is there does not exist balances in the European policy. UK is out of the decisions in Europe, out of the Eurozone. Maybe he can decide
to leave altogether.
To leave.
It's not impossible. Yeah.
France is in a situation, with all my respect, that this is not. The possibility to balance German is non-exist. And in the south of Europe, Spain and Italy are in a very humble situation in this moment. No? But there does not exist balances in Europe. And this is a new situation. This is one extremely important that now, in the next 4 years, current administration in US look in Europe.
In the Cameron administration in the UK. The administration here, did you say? Is yeah. Should be looking to Europe, the Obama administration.
Yeah, look in Europe, but because I think reinforce the traditional Atlantic alliances. I believe that reinforce our system of values and extend and enlarge the system of values will be extremely important. Our feeling in Europe is this: the US looking only, this administration in the US, looking only the Pacific, looking only the ASEAN. And they consider that this, the problems, domestic problem. But this, I believe this is a mistake. For instance, we have the opportunity to create in the next months a very important free trade area between Europe and US. The next spring, you can take this decision. The American administration and European administration. UK is in favor, I believe, Spain is in favor, Italy is in favor, France is in favor, Germany is in favor. If you create a very serious free trade, the first step to create a very huge Atlantic area of prosperity, you'll send a message of stability for the rest of the world. Fantastic. And this is one of the things that we can be done with decision and with goodwill in the next months.